Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to show you is how to make that document library on your site. So that document library that looks like this. And you can have a document library on multiple pages, and it's super easy to implement onto your Google site. So it pulls in the document library just like it did the awesome table, and then you get this library view of files. So to create this, you actually need to create a Google spreadsheet that's going to house your library of files. So what I've done is inside my shared out Google site folder, I've created another folder for document library. And that's where I was putting all of the files. So if I go in here into this folder in my Google Sites, inside this folder lies all of the files that are in that library. So you'll see the same two files in this particular library that were on my site. So my site, files that are on that site. Awesome tables, linking to files. So the same thing here. So if you were someone who was looking to do this, by unit, instead of calling it document library, just call it unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. And again, because it's on this inside my site folder, it's inheriting that shared out permission that my Google site has. So to do this, to create a document library, you can do it in your site, or you can do it just at the root of your drive, but you need a new spreadsheet. Okay, so before we created it through awesome tables, and this time we're actually just going to create it through the spreadsheet. I actually think this one's way easier to do because you're managing it here. The other one, like I said, is slightly clunky just because you're at like the mercy of their awesome tables interface that I was struggling with. So hopefully we'll get that awesome table streamlined and ready to go. So once my sheet loads here, rename your sheets. So if you're doing it by unit or you're doing it for multiple sites, make sure that you are specific with your name for it. So I'm gonna call this one, I'll model a unit 2 doc library. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm gonna go put the add-on in. So it's add-ons, and I actually have the add-on installed already, which is the file cabinet by Awesome Table. If you don't have it installed, you're going to click Get Add-ons. And I just searched for Awesome. And then hit enter. And when you search for it, here's what comes up. So they actually have all of them except for that cards one shows up here. So that photo viewer, gallery by Awesome lists all the pictures of a given folder, spreadsheet creates a folder gallery list of all this. Yeah, so all of these are in here except for the one that we just did, which is the publication stories. So you're going to click on the files cabinet by Awesome Table, and you're going to click on the free sign and then add. So I already have it installed, and then once it installs, it's going to come up here with a pop-up, and it's going to say that it's here, and there it is. And so you're going to click Start Listing or Open or whatever shows up. And it's going to run just like other add-ons and sheets over in this right-hand pane over here. So you can have multiple sheets too. So, you could run multiple sheets in here. Or you could just leave it with the sheet one here. So current folder, and then you just pick the folder that has the files that you want to create a library for. You're going to love this, like how super easy this is. So I just created a folder. I don't have any files in my folder. So I'm just going to go back to my regular document library. It should be like in your recents, but if not, navigate down to it. So find the folder that has the files that you want to display, and then you're going to click pick, and then it pulls it in, and you're going to say create a list of files, and it's going to connect. And it's going to look for your folder. So it's scanning how many files. So I have 2 files in my folder in document library. And then when it finishes, it brings in this right? And just like before, you have these, you can change, these things up here if you want or not. And then once you're good, you say, would you like to display your files that you can share? You say create, and it's going to give you a shared, a catalog that you can open. So you're going to click open, and it's going to bring you to Awesome Table with this view here. And then this is going to be what you share out. So here's my view folder like this. And then I'm just going to click on this up here, this, and copy this, Control C, and then that's what you paste into your site. So I'm going to go to a different page just for now. Quick tips. Actually, I already have a document library, so I'm just going to paste it into that one. I lied. So I'm going to go to my document library page. My site is so angry at me from all of my navigating around. And it's going to open up my document library. There's my document library. To add a new one, again, I just double click. I say URL, and I paste. Oh, I'm sorry. And then it loads, and then I hit add. And there it goes. And then you can resize your library just like you could on the home page once it loads. Boop, 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 boop. And there's my other library. Okay, so then I can grab this handle and I can make it bigger or smaller, whatever I need to fit my site. Okay, so that's how you insert a document library into your site. See how it automatically resized, similar to the one before it. And that's how you add a document library. So I want to add files to it. I just come into here. So let's say I have a PDF that has tips on it somewhere. Here. So I have this sales unit Google Doc that I want to share out with my students. I go ahead and click Move To, put it into the same folder. So I click Move To. It's going into my Google Site folder. And then again, it needs to go into the subfolder, into the library of that, and then I hit Move. I say OK. It shares it. If I come back to my doc and I just say Update List of Files, it should pull that file into it. 3 files found. And then I'm good to go. And then if I just refresh, I should have all 3 files here once that finishes. And then after I refresh my Awesome Table view of that, and again, you can do that from right here if you click Open, or if you still had it open, you can just come and refresh, and then you can see here it is. And then again, you don't have to repaste this into your site. It updates in real time, but you can see all of your files here. So that's what we have. That's what we have going on with the document library.